A, B, C, right? If you find that you're thinking too much about positions, golf swing, plane, or where the specifics and minutia about what your swing is doing, as far as wrist turn, wrist hinge, elbows, shoulders, rotation, hips, all this kind of stuff, you are going to love this video, because it's going to free your mind up, it's going to free your body up, and it's going to give you the awareness that you need for a simple golf swing that is very, very effective, and one that you can rely on where it counts the most out on the golf course. Let's find out how. You will recognize yourself in my description earlier, whether this resonates with you, okay? Where you're just thinking about too many positions when you're swinging, when you're trying to think, okay, where's my club pointing? Where's my backswing position? How are my wrists hinging? Am I shallowing enough? You know, but the thing is, a lot of these movements are arbitrary because it's about your awareness. And you might have heard the term from me or from others about feel versus real, okay? Just to sort of encapsulate that a little bit, let's say you, all right, come over the top a lot, right? You come over the top a lot. Now you're told, or you're watching a swing, and it might think, okay, I've got to swing way out to the right here. And you might feel like you're kind of all the way over here to compensate coming over the top. But in reality, that's the feel, but in reality, you might just be coming back on plane where we want to be. So understanding that, it doesn't mean it always is going to feel like that to you, but understanding that about your awareness, we have to sort of say, okay, what is feeling out to me? What's feeling over the top to me? Because it is going to be different for you, okay? It is going to be different for you. What it is for me, what it is for Ted over there, whatever, okay? It is going to be different. So, what I want you to think about is, and we're going to try this, and you can try this at home, and yes, I'm out on the golf course, but the more you can just try and feel this at home to create that awareness, you're going to start getting some light bulb moments that I think are going to pay huge dividends for you on the golf course. What we are talking about is the swing in different zones, okay? I don't want you to be thinking about the swing as outside or inside or on plane or whatever, and the same on the way back and the same on the way through. We're going to really simplify this. We're going to picture 3 sort of arcs and patterns of golf swing here, and we're going to label them, right? We're going to label them. I'm going to try and draw some circles on here, but let's say I'm standing up to the ball here. We're going to label these. We're going to go A, B, C, and we're going to go A, B, C, right? The point of this is to create an awareness for you, to create these zones of area to really simplify. And all we're trying to do is create a movement that's going to place you in one of those zones, and you're going to try every single one of them. All right, so I want you to get up out of your chair, grab a club right now and do this. I'm waiting. Go. Getting better at golf is about understanding what you can and can't do, and just being a little bit more creative in what you're trying to feel, okay? So, as we set up to the ball, I want you to have some, well, actually without the ball, we're going to do some practice swings where I'm going to feel like I'm hitting position or area A, right? So I'm going from A, that's my backswing A for me. I labeled it and that's more or less there. Okay, that's my A. That's what the backswing feels like there. Now I'm going to go to C, that's here. Okay, that's kind of flat, a bit rounded, but that's my C. And my B is there. Okay, that's fine. Now, I'm going to try and create a little bit of muscle memory and awareness for those backswing placements, okay? Now, after I've done that, I'm going to give myself an objective to say, okay, let's go from A to C, right? A to C. Because remember, we've got C out here, A, B, C. This is all about creating control and a feel, a dynamic feel about these zones. Now I'm going to go B to C. B to C. Now I'm going to try C to A. So it's C to A. C to A. Now I'm going to try B to B. B to B. That's it. It doesn't have to be a perfect swing. But what is this doing? It's creating a very simple, free-flowing movement for me. I'm not worried about anything else. Yes, I want intent. Yes, I want movement through the ball. Yes, I want a little bit of shaft lean and those things. But let's just forget all that for a moment, okay? I want you to start feeling your swing with fluid momentum. And I want you to make sure that you've got suppleness in your wrists and your forearms to let that flow happen. Now here's the thing. It's going to be different. I was holding my 8-iron here. It's going to be different. Well, the feel can be the same, but where the club actually goes is going to be different with a lob wedge here. You know, I've got my 58, okay? Because of the way I'm standing to the ball, and the swing is always going to be steeper, but I still just want to feel A, let's say, there's my A, there's my B, there's my C, okay? That's going to be very different. So if I go, let's say, C to C, so it's C to C, that's going to look different to you, but it's relevant to me. The same with, we pick up the driver, right? A driver, we stand taller, our swings are going to be more rounded because we've got a longer stick here, okay? A longer implement. But if I still want to go A to A, I can feel that, A to A. If I want to go A to C, I can feel that, A. But you see, to reroute, I'm creating a feeling and awareness. I'm in control. It's not about what do I have to do to shallow the golf club, to stop coming over the top. You know, even with a takeaway that's out here, just by having the objective to finish in the C zone, I do shallow. My swing sequence works perfectly well to get the club back on its correct sort of arc, an angle of attack, right? And to be able to rotate through. I didn't have to think, all right, I've got to move my pelvis down, I've got to tip the golf club a little bit more, and then I've got to rotate hard to get it over there. I just freaking did it. And you can too. So how do you apply this from the living room or backyard to a real hitting shots on the range or whatever? Just try it. Forget everything else. Allow the flow of the club to assist you. And pick your zones and just experiment. Experiment hitting the ones that are, you know, in theory over the top. But start learning your swing feels and patterns with the different club. You bridge the gap from this sort of feel, drill and practice to actually hitting shots to taking it on the golf course. And you'll find that you start getting a much better consistency because you're not focused so much on the minutia, okay? Now, if you enjoyed that, let me know, and please like and subscribe. There's also a really cool free series that's going to simplify the game more than anything you've ever tried. Check it out below, and I'll see you next time.